What's up guys, Colby Cheese here, and I wanted to bring a little video update for you on how the Invasion League is going for me and give you a bit of insight on some things that you can do to get further in the league. So right now you'll see that I'm playing on a new character. If you have been watching me lately, it's not my Detonate Dead Templar. I do have some things to say about that guy in just a little bit. He did die. I'll talk about that later though. So for this particular character, it's going to be a split arrow crit ranger, and up to now this is the first physical ranger that I've actually ever created. I did have a cast on crit quill rain, which was like a bow user, and then I used an elemental bow build which I leveled up with spectral throw, and then just barely used elemental bows for a little bit before I just stopped playing the character because I didn't have the right gear. But overall I'm actually really enjoying this particular setup. It's a lot of fun, and I'm currently using split arrow with pierce, physical projectile attack damage, and some faster attacks. I'll probably switch to chain instead of pierce later on once I've got my chain leveled up somewhat. So and anyways, this character is doing quite well, and I want to go ahead and talk about my experience so far with the Detonate Dead Templar. So let me jump over into some footage with that guy. So just before I died, I had gotten myself up to around 200 rarity once I was culling with a Reaver's Pursuit, and that was doing, piety runs very quickly. Also, I bought myself a Bright Beak and a Prismatic Eclipse. For the most part, I don't use the Bright Beak and Prismatic Eclipse to jump through a bunch of sketchy stuff in Invasion because I was trying to play a little bit safer. Although I would use it to, just jump past little, weak mobs and things like that. The main thing is that my character was really starting to come together. I just needed a little bit more mana regen. I was on the search for mana regen on a weapon and mana regen on like a ring or amulet. That way I can actually run my Arctic armor full time. So I do have Arctic armor on, and the only problem is that I can't use it while running because I rapidly run out of mana. And I would have been able to shortly solve that issue. I just needed a few more. Like my shield is armor evasion, and it was a really good shield. I just needed to look for one that actually had ES, or maybe a helm with a little bit more ES, perhaps some things like that that would really put me over the edge and make me extremely powerful, because with Arctic armor up I'm pretty much immune to damage while doing piety runs. However, I have to basically go up to a pack of mobs and then turn it on, stand still, and start attacking, and it's not really the most optimal, but for now it's working out. And that's what you kind of have to do when you're leveling characters and you don't have the right gear. You just kind of make sacrifices, and what you do, and you work around it, and that's how I was able to really get my character up strong. So the main thing that I want to say though is that having really high magic find, and this character leveling up the whole way, I put on as many pieces of magic find as I could: the peregrine helmet, the magic find necklace, and any other items I could find with magic find on it. I would wear those. Right now I have an RSC's gloves. So overall, whenever I get to maps, I'd probably want to tone down a little bit of it to make sure I have more defenses. But having at least around 50, and if you can up to around 100 rarity, is going to really increase your chances of getting those upgrades that you need early on in the league when you have no items. And that's what I believe really allowed me to have the correct set of resistances and defenses that I needed, was that I just found such a massive quantity of items. Now I'm actually playing really sketchy here because this character's already died. I died to the unique titty bitch. I got one shot off screen. I may have not had Arctic armor on, but I don't know if it would have mattered even with Arctic armor because she does so much damage, and I probably had vulnerability. I usually have ways to deal with that, but I was slightly distracted. I was I wasn't even streaming yet. I was just kind of running through. I was talking to people on Skype, and I wasn't expecting to just get killed so quickly like that. So I'm trying to play very sketchy here so you can see that I can potentially take a lot of damage here. With Arctic armor on, it's a lot better. I really don't take any damage at all for the most part. So now generally if you have the tankiness to do it, you see my Arctic armor is off right now, but normally I can just run through this place really fast. I can do very fast piety runs, but since I have to continually turn my Arctic armor off and on and do all that stuff, it makes it actually very difficult to have the mobility that I need to dodge out the projectiles from all the enemies and stuff like that. For the most part though, I'm having a lot of fun on this character. I'm really sad that he died. I may end up remaking him later, but because he's just so good at magic finding, and I was getting to the point where I can actually kill piety really well. I had the remote mine on my Searing Bond totem and stuff like that. So overall, that's pretty cool. Let me jump back to the ranger though. I'm hoping that this character makes it to the end game. I probably won't be able to have like massive quantities of magic find while also being very strong in this one. This one's going to be, for me, just more of my let's get high level and map. And I'll try and put around, 50 rarity if I can on him, and that's going to be enough, at least for soloing and stuff like that. And potentially I'll group with some people that have magic find on their sets and things like that. Eventually I'll make some more magic find characters. So I do have this character as well as my Detonate Dead character up on my build pages. So whenever you're on my stream, you can hit that exclamation build and you'll see all of that stuff. And for now, I'll go ahead and put a link to the big build page with a list of all my builds, and I'll be updating the build for this one. I do have all of the items listed for my Detonate Dead Templar if you want to see that. As for the Ranger, I'm still leveling, so all my stuff is just rare leveling gear that I found. Of course, the Peregrine once again because that rarity. I'm also using the Ignamon. It has fire resist and rarity on it. As I think some of my rares may have rarity on it. For the most part, that's all the rarity I have. I don't have a slot for my rarity gem yet, but that would not be a bad idea either, wearing rarity gem. I just found a rarity gem actually, so I was thinking of slotting that into my single target to potentially finish off rares with it at least. That's the main thing. You want to finish off rares with as high rarity as possible because those are the ones that are going to be dropping all those items for you. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for now. I just want to give you the update and tell you what I'm up to. So be sure to check me out on stream and get yourself some rarity gear so you can gear out your characters and be safe out there in Invasion if you're playing that, or if you've already rage quit to Ambush. I know you guys are having fun there too. I, in fact, am looking forward to playing Ambush eventually and getting tons of loot from those lock boxes. So I'll see you out there, and thanks for watching this video. Peace out, guys.